Ta. Thank you. Thank you. And that's what you were calling for last night. Thank you, thank you. And please enjoy the show. Woo!
And when you grow up in southeastern Massachusetts in sort of a blue-collar Republican environment, this is kind of how you deal with each other. And I had to go away to college to beat that out of me and be exposed to a lot of different ideas and people who would call me on my horrible shit to humanity. And in the process of becoming a better human, I met this wonderful woman, Julia, who became a friend of mine, and at a very epic wedding of a mutual friend of ours, we became more than friends. And I was like, this person knows what this is. I am not letting her get away. So 2 days later, I asked her to marry me, and she said yes. And it was like, this is amazing! I'm getting married! She has to meet my family! So I want to preface this by saying, I had told my dad before this all happened, Dad, I like this girl. Please don't say a word. And to his credit, he did not, but nature abhors a vacuum.
Need to let it go, need to let it go. My name is no, my sign is no, my number is no. You need to let it go, you need to let it go, need to let it go. What you gonna say? Doing right, looking at me, every word.
No plus one? Seems a shame.
How could you tell? Do I have big sad eyes? Ooh, maybe. Your inner Tarzan gets aroused when you get too close to a Jane who looks lost and lonely.
Geez, nothing that dramatic. But now you got me craving banana.
Did you test that vine before you decided to swing on it?
Yeah, not really. I was otherwise occupied watching your aimless wandering, drifting to unoccupied tables, and politely avoiding conversation.
You know, your observations seem very detailed. Should I be concerned you're stalking me?
Oh, come on. Doesn't a nice suit and a clean haircut count for something? Honestly, I'm harmless. Just ask my mom.
Oh, yeah, but does she know about the 6 dead bodies that are buried in your backyard?
I think it's 8 now. It's 8 if you count the pizza delivery guy. But I swear that was an accident. He brought a damn ham and pineapple. So, are you a friend of the bride or the groom?
Okay, let's say I'm a friend of the groom.
I've known Greg since 3rd grade, so I'm pretty sure that if he knew you, I'd know you.
Oh, I must be a friend of the bride then.
Still don't think so.
Okay, why not?
Because the bride's my cousin.
Really? Now who's lying?
Well, let's go visit with Uncle Bob then.
Uncle who?
You know, Uncle Bob.
Bob.
Right over there.
Bob's your uncle?
And the father of the bride.
Okay. Well now that we both know that you set me
You
up.
mean now that we both know that you're just a common wedding crasher?
No. That would be serial wedding crasher.
My turn. Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, once a week or so.
Interesting. So what's the rest of the story?
No. I'm not going to answer any more of your questions until we call my lawyer.
Hey, let's not get her involved yet, shall we? How about you just give me your number and then I can call you instead?
Oh my gosh, that is not happening. Wait, was that as awkward for you as it was for me?
We can laugh about it when we tell our kids, Mom wouldn't give Daddy your phone number because she thought he was a creepy stalker.
More like a bad spy.
Bad? Spy? I had you pinned as an uninvited guest.
Well, how hard is that? You're close with both the bride and the groom.
Yeah, about that. George isn't really...
What? Who's George?
The groom?
No.
Oh. Gary? Or is it George?
Greg? Your friend since 3rd grade?
Oh, yeah.
And Uncle Bob?
Not my uncle, probably not Bob.
You big phony!
The old lady in the glass house throwing stones.
Throwing stones. Well, you know what? Why don't I just punch you?
Hey,
First
now.
for toying with me, and for lying,
Hey.
and because I can't find any stones!
It's easy, you're making a scene.
Well, so what? People will just chalk it up to a lover's spat. It happens all the time at weddings with an open bar.
Oh, well, since we're lovers now,
Ugh.
maybe I'm ready to be sorry. How can I make it up to you, honey? Do I call you honey? Or kitten? My precious.
Oh, you don't call me anything anymore!
Oh, how about babe?
That's a pig. And besides, we've broken up. I'm offended, and you're brokenhearted. You know what? Why don't you just go get drunk, do more of your stalking?
Casual surveillance.
Bad spy stuff. Whatever. Maybe you should just pick up a one-night stand, see if I care. Oh, and give me back the key to my apartment. I'll drop all your stuff off on the curb from my 11th floor window.
Not my new tablet!
Oh, sorry, too late.
That's just me. You knew that I had all my lesson plans and classroom presentations on it.
Oh, are you a teacher? Oh, shit, now I just feel bad. Oh, wait, are you lying about that too? Because that would make you a real jerk.
No. I teach history at Lakeview High School. That's why I crash weddings.
You're really a high school teacher?
Yeah.
No.
And the football coach.
And that's why you crash weddings?
Well, if you think about it, it's not a bad way to meet nice women, present company accepted. Included?
Oh, you're such a sweetheart.
Well, is the punching a one-time thing, or is it going to be habitual?
Well, it depends. So, how's it working out for you? Do most nice women find your lying, conniving, and snarky insinuations irresistible?
Well, I find it works well enough, with a wink and smile. If you think about it, receptions are a lot like a bar reception, maybe a little classier. The food and drinks are free, which works for my budget. And besides, what would my students say if they knew their teacher went pub crawling looking for a date?
I don't know. What would they say if they knew you were a wedding crasher?
I would hope they would say, that's a clever idea. What do you think?
You're not a very smooth pickup artist at a bar or a reception.
You're still here? We're still talking?
You still don't have my number.
Yeah, what's a guy gotta do?
Okay. If you're really a high school teacher, I want to see your faculty ID card.
What? That's it? Well, it comes with a criminal background check, but the district keeps that in our personnel file. They don't let us carry them around for a dating reference. Good?
This picture looks like a mugshot found in your background check.
Yeah, I had them crop out the booking number thing.
Okay, so Mr. Castellar, the high school teacher coach, do you have a first name?
Bennett.
Darcy Ebbets. Nice to meet you, Bennett Castellar.
Likewise. Finally. Jeez, you don't make it easy.
Well, what fun would that be? And besides, I'm worth it.
I'm still curious. How did all this start for you?
I mean, I don't know. Well, at first it wasn't on purpose. You know, I was just leaving dinner with a client. It was one of those image rehab campaigns needing a lot of spin. I mean, enough to make you dizzy. No, nauseous. Anyway, I was leaving the hotel restaurant, and one of the ballrooms just seemed to be bouncing with what seemed like so much fun. So I peeked in for a bit. It was a wedding reception. And before I knew it, somebody grabbed my hand, pulled me through the doorway, and I was dancing with a groomsman. So the next week I tried crashing on purpose, and I don't know, there's just something about gathering, friends and family gathering together to celebrate that just feels so nice. You know, even if you're not fully a part of it.
Wow. Now I feel bad, for exposing your party therapy. But, this does sound like something you can't keep running away from.
Yeah, you're probably right, but it's complicated.
What, like IKEA assembly instructions?
No. More like how the word sight is spelled S-I-G-H-T or
SITE.
or C-I-T.
Or PSI apostrophe T.
Mm-mm.
SCI. SCY?
No.
No. What complicated thing is it that you do that no one seems to have a real answer for and drives you to drink? I mean, other people's free liquor.
Public relations. Basically, it's my job to take a big, steaming pile of garbage and make it look, smell, and taste like apple pie.
Ah, a la mode?
Yeah, but a la mode will cost you a lot more.
I see. Well, if you hate your job so much, instead of crashing weddings, why don't you just find another career? And what's complicated about that? I mean, who's holding a gun to your head?
My father. Well, he doesn't have an actual gun, but I do work for him, with him, for him. Ebbets Conway Spicer is the firm he built, and he's always dreamed that I'd take over one day.
Hey, come on. I want to show you something simple.
Wait.
Oh.
This better not involve a person-sized hole in your backyard!
Hot air, so hot air, so hot air. Oh. A little bit of
enjoyed a little two-stepping, but ooh, that tangle,
It's tango.
bodies that close, touching and rubbing against each other. Oh, it's the tangle. And I tangle with you anytime.
Ooh, it's getting hot in here.
So take off all your clothes.
And no to the na.
I keep on hoping we'll eat cake by the ocean.
Okay, well let's eat here first. They have really good pizza and pasta.
They don't have cake. And so as a vegetarian, do you eat fish?
No, nothing with lips.
Chicken then.
No, nothing with
I
eyes.
see, clams.
No, stop it. Nothing with organs that processes oxygen. Okay, what do you have to say now?
You stump me. Eggs. From what I can gather, the lady will have a head of lettuce, a side of tree bark, and a glass of pure mountain stream water. I will have your personal deep dish special with extra cheese, and an Alpha King. Oh, and some cake. You don't have cake? Hey, don't I know you? Or weren't you from the other?
Nope.
No?
Pay no attention to him until it's time for the check. I will have the cheese and spinach mezzaluna pasta with a glass of Chianti, please. You know, I do eventually have to go back to work. I can't stay away indefinitely.
Well, I definitely only have 3 weeks of summer break left. But isn't setting your own hours one of the perks of working for a company owned by your father?
Oh, I haven't had more than a couple days off since I graduated and started working for the firm.
How long has that been?
What, 9? Oh my gosh, almost 10 years now? God, I do feel like I'm butting heads with my father more lately, trying to assert some of my ideas. But I know I've gone too far when he says, look, I am your father. Sorry, dad humor. I need a vacation.
Take a vacation. You definitely earn one.
Bennett, I've lived my whole life in Chicago, and these past 3 days have been simple and so much fun, just delightful. Going to the top of the Hancock Tower that first day, and flying kites, biking the lakefront, the Navy Pier,
The popcorn factory.
the popcorn factory. Just simple and down to earth, unpretentious, like you. I haven't experienced that in a long time.
Well, thanks. I mean, you definitely know how to show a dairy farmer a good time, too. I mean, like the symphony. I mean, Charlie Daniels plays a mean fiddle, but he doesn't make love to it like that. Zach Perlman. Oh, there's still a lot more
It's
that we
Zach.
can. Gesundheit.
No, I meant violinist.
Zach Perlman?
No, it's Zach.
Yeah, I know it's Zach.
Oh, you know him. Oh, you're friends. That's why you keep calling him Zach. Oh,
Friends.
Why?
I only saw him for the first time last night on stage at the symphony.
Well, then why did you say I know it's Zach?
Because I know his name is Zach.
No, it's not Zach. It's Zach. Okay, look. First say it's.
It's
Now say Zach.
Zach.
Put them together. It's Zach.
Great, we finally agreed it's Zach.
No, it's not Zach. It's Zach. What?
Geez, make up your mind. First it's not Zach, then it's Zach. No, just kidding. It's Zach. No, it's not Zach. Okay, let's try this again. What is the name of the guy? Who plays the violin?
Who doesn't play the violin? Who's on first? And what's the name of the guy on second?
I don't know.
Third base.
Thank you very much, folks. She's Evans on Gatslar. We'll be here all week. I was saying, there's still a lot more that we can explore together.
Like what, Bennett? More diversions, more amusements? I mean, I'm just trading my serial crasher affairs for other serial distractions.
That's what I mean. This doesn't have to be about distractions. This could be something more purposeful.
Purposeful?
Yeah. But inviting yourself to the wedding celebrations of strangers is just your distraction from your job of sweeping dead rats under doormats. But what do you do in your life on purpose?
That's not fair, and it's not that simple.
Why not?
For professional experience, for one. I mean, it's always easier to say things than to actually do them or undo them.
I'm calling bullcrap on that one. Your professional experience and my previous occupation are not that different,
Well, how is public relations anything like running a dairy?
Well, for starters, from what you've described, they both sound like stink work involving large, airy animals with delicate psyches. In the dairy, we focus on our clients' udder extremities, while you seem more occupied with their tail end.
Okay, well, I suppose there are those similarities.
And for another thing, I used to agonize over the vision of a life dedicated to squeezing the bodily fluids out of our four-legged methane atomizers and having a one-word vocabulary. Well, you've admitted your own angst over the idea of having to pick up warm metal muffins and then remake them into chocolate pudding or focaccia or skin cream.
Okay, I suppose that is a faithful, if too graphic, analogy representing our respective businesses. But I mean, there are other complications for me.
So you keep saying. And part of that is not doing what you do on purpose. Darcy, I didn't do dairy farming on purpose either. I did it for my father, and for his father, and for his father. Do you think it was simple for me to turn my back on my family and their legacy and leave to become a high school teacher and a football coach?
No, I'm sure it wasn't easy. I mean, trust me, I can imagine their disappointment. Although, I also think it might be easier to raise cows. I mean, they give you a lot less crap than a classroom full of teenagers.
Actually, the high school kids are a lot like heifers. But calves and kids will follow with gentle and firm hand. As far as how my family reacted, they came around in time. I mean, it's not like I ran off to join the circus or become an actor. And unlike having cows as coworkers, I found real meaning in, developing athletes and building up young people. They make all the crap worth it. Most days.
Well, this isn't just about my job, my career. This is about, well, I'm embarrassed to admit it, but it's you. What my father would say about us.
I get that. I do, but this, you and me, it doesn't seem like it's just a rebellion against your father.
Well, no, but my father's going to have an opinion, and a strong one. He's like Dr. Phil for eHarmony, always setting me up on matches.
I'm sure he means well.
Well, yeah, of course. And I mean, his type isn't bad. They're usually handsome and articulate, smart, but they're also vain, self-absorbed and calculating, slick. I don't know. I don't know.
Darcy, look at me. I mean, you might be surprised. Doesn't a nice suit and a clean haircut count for something? But seriously, I know what financial hardships my own career choice is going to mean for my own future family. It's not for everyone.
I just wish it wasn't so complicated. Bennett, I don't think I can do this.
You to let it go, you to let it go. My name is no, my time is no, my number is need to let it go. What you gonna say? You don't really game. Just cannot believe it. Every word. Call me beautiful, so original. Telling me I'm not like the other girls. I was on my phone, so you came along.
No plus one? Seems a shame.
How could you tell? Do I have sad, lonely eyes? Maybe your tender maternal instincts tingle when you get close to a heartbroken and vulnerable man.
No, nothing that dramatic, but I do think I'm starting to lactate.
Well, that's your basic attitude, no point in pushing back down.
Oh,
I bet you're already regretting that one.
oh, yeah, I don't know why I said that. What was I thinking?
And with that, I think we can skip over your bit about watching me wander and drift and avoid conversations, and we can drop my snarky insinuations about your stalking and being a bad spy, which I think, let's just jump right to, was that as awkward for you as it was for me?
Yes. Okay, thank you. Oh, well, we can tell our kids about this. Wait, no, we're not
Clever
telling our kids
idea.
anything.
This is golden. You're worth a boatload of get out of the doghouse free cards. Is this your approach to meeting nice men? How's that been working out for you?
You are not a nice man.
And you are the worst pickup artist at any bar or reception.
Well, I can't argue with that. I guess what I'm trying to admit is that I'm just trying to hit on you on purpose.
Will you admit it, Zach, too?
It's Zach!
Have you thought about what your father's going to say?
Clean haircut, nice suit, snarky insinuations with a wink and a smile. I think Dr. Phil might like you.
Darcy, about your father,
What about him?
you might be surprised. He thought you might like me too.
If you break up with your fiance, there's really only one rule, and that rule is don't get in a minivan with him, his best friend, and his family and drive to Oakland the next day.